Your Majesties, welcome back to another episode of our communication with ourselves and trying to go back to our roots as the African people and melanated community. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Do it by hitting the subscribe button. Yay, we are 5,000 family, and I'm so grateful to all of you who have subscribed and are part of this community. Thank you so much. I want to talk about something that might be a little bit delicate. I'm saying using that word because we are living in a community, in a society where we have cut off from our roots totally. We have cut off from our lineages totally. And sometimes there are things that happen to us in life that your pastors and those your men of God will not tell you the truth. They will only tell you what will, benefit them, and they themselves, they are doing all these things. Oh, do you think that all these people that are saying they are men of God do not know the importance of connecting with their lineages? But they preach to you that when you do it is evil, because they know the moment you start doing that, you get in line and get in track. You won't need them. You don't need them anymore, and that is their livelihood. It's an emotional one because a lot of people have been captured by religion already, and sometimes you say these things and they look at you like a devil, a bad person, but the truth has to be said. Okay, if I can help you out of one little thing in your life, then I'm willing to do that. Now, there are times in life where a lot of people have tried their best to put themselves in line. Things are not working. You have tried your best, you are working as you should, but things are not working. Like, you understand what I mean? There are people who are putting in every effort. They are not lazy. They are doing the work that they need to do. They are putting in every effort, but things are not working out. What you need to do, you've not done it, and that's why things are not working out. People who are succeeding today, it is because they do most of these little things that we have overlooked. I'll take your mind back to our ancestors and our foreparents, especially those of you who grew up in the village with your old parents. You see, maybe you grew up, you saw your grandfather, your great-grandparents. You discover that their way of life is always one that make you marvel or make you, think critically. You be like, why is he doing this? Because already you are born into a generation where they tell you, don't do that. If you do that, it's evil. Now, if you have been trying everything possible, you have gone to prayer houses. A lot of people of you who have done that, you've gone to prayer houses, you've done what they asked you to do, you've paid all the money they asked you to pay, things are still not working. Just do this little. It looks little, but it has a lot in it. Now, what do you need to do? What you need to do is to get a bowl of water. You get a bowl of water. Why water? We are going to talk about that as the video progresses. Now, you get a bowl of water, and then you can stand at any strategic point in your home. You stand at any strategic point in your home, and you pay homage to those that homage is due. That is the mistakes we are making. And why are we making these mistakes? We are making these mistakes because of religion. They tell you have been washed by the blood of the Lamb. You have been saved by Jesus. You don't need to do anything again. A lot of you have caught up. In short, you have even denied your family line. You don't know that you are doing yourself evil. With all those things you do, things are still not working out. You still don't want to think. You get a bowl of water, stand in any strategic point, and call on the creator of the universe first. That's number one. You call on the creator of the universe, that force that is responsible for your life and the life of your ancestors. You call on that force, the Almighty. Call the creator in the name that you know in your dialect. That is what is the best to do. Call on the creator in the name that you know the creator in your dialect. Your Majesties. and give thanks for the life that you have. You give thanks for the life that you have. It's just like what our ancestors do, like our foreparents do. And then they tell you they are trying to pour their libation, they're pouring libation. This one you use water. Water, because water is life. Water is life. Water is very powerful. A lot of us look down on water and think that water do not have power. Water has a powerful force, because it is with water that life was made. And that is why our being contains a huge amount, percentage of water. When you are small in your mother's womb, you live inside water. Water is like the core of our life, of ourselves. Now, holding this water in your hand, you take some in your mouth and pour it out. Why do you need the water to mix with your saliva? As we keep going on this channel, there are things I will keep explaining to us as we keep going in my own little understanding. Now, you take the water in your mouth, it mixes with your saliva, you pour it out on the ground. And then you give thanks to the creator of the universe. Like I said, call the creator of the universe in your native dialect is the best too. Is the best. If you don't know, you can call the creator, that creative force, the Almighty. But personally, I don't like using the word God, because when you understand where that God came from, you understand what I'm trying to say. After giving thanks to the Almighty, the creator and maker of all that lives, you give thanks to your ancestors of agreeable beings. Your ancestors are not witches and wizards. The world wants to make you believe that your ancestors are demons. There is no group of people that don't have bad people. Yes, there are people in your lineages that might be bad. I'm not disputing that fact. In short, it's not might. They are there. Because good and evil are always like this, fighting. You call on your ancestors of agreeable being. After you take the second gulp of water and pour it out, you call on your ancestors of agreeable beings. Mind that word, agreeable beings. So the ones that align with you and are of good. You call on them and give thanks to them that through them, you came to be. You didn't fall from the sky. There are lots of people that were responsible for you to come to life. You didn't fall from the sky. Give thanks to these ancestors of agreeable being. A lot of times, there are things that are supposed to happen to us that don't happen again. You don't know that there are spirits that are working for your good. And most of these spirits are familiar spirits to your lineages. These are your ancestors that are helping you to go, helping your path to be straight. These ancestors work with the Creator. They are not all evil, like I said. Call on them and give thanks for all that they have done for you that you don't even know about. And apologize for the times that you have neglected them and called them witches and wizards. The third gulp that you take and pour out, you give thanks to the spirit of the land where you are in. Your Majesties, a lot of us, maybe I'm going to do an intensive video about this again. A lot of us don't like, we think that life is just like that, though. We are just living. If you are living in a place that is not the home of your direct ancestors, you have to consult with the spirit of that land, though. Every land and jurisdiction have a guardian. You didn't take permission from the guardian before you came, and you are not acknowledging this guardian. How would things work for you? There are people that they live in a place, in their home, they are doing well, but by the time they move out, things become something else. They pack to a new place, things just scatter, nothing is working for them. Have you acknowledged the guardian of that land that you are living in? No, because religion tell you that in the name of Jesus you are healed. In the name of Jesus, nothing is following you, but the thing is there following you. We are deceiving ourselves. You give thanks to the ancestors, the spirit of the land that you are in. There are things that happen in the spirit world that we cannot see. There are things that want to happen to you, that your ancestor will meet the spirit of the land and ask for your permission. So if you do not acknowledge your ancestors, how will your ancestor go before you and communicate with the spirit of the land that you are presently in? so that you can prosper and progress. That is why you need to communicate with your ancestor and give thanks. And then you acknowledge the spirit of the land. And when you do this, the last thing you do, the last gulp you take and pour out, you give thanks to your guardian angel. It is called guardian angel in a Christendom, but in other understanding, we call them the spirits that guides you. These are spirits that are by your side. These are spirits that are for your good. They are always around. I am seated here. There are spirits that are around me. They are around me to help me because they guide me. They are for me. You ask yourself, what kind of spirit follows you? What kind of spirit is around you? You give thanks to this spirit and acknowledge the effort of this spirit. When you do this, Your Majesties, things will begin to change drastically. And you don't just do this once. You do this time and time again. You set aside time that you do this. It might not be often and often and often, but you should set aside, you should monitor the time frame, like calculate yourself when and how to do this. But make sure that you acknowledge the spirits. Make sure that you do this. And I bet you a lot of things will be opened because you have done that which you should do. I'm going to see you in my next one, Your Majesties. Until then, leave your comment and thought there at the section. Love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive always. Bye for now.